What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank B Choppin' and I'm back with another video. So today's video, I'm gonna be doing something a little different. I'm actually gonna be comparing the Andis GTXOs and the Babyliss FX3 trimmer. Let's get it. Alright guys, so if y'all been following your boy and been watching my videos, y'all know I copped these two trimmers about 2 weeks ago, and I've been just alternating back and forth, seeing which one works better, which one do I think hits better, which one's just a better tool. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all when I say this, guys, it's hard for me to tell y'all which one's better because I think personally, it's gonna come down to preference. And I say that because they both have some great perks to them and they both had some cons that I would like to just let y'all know about and let y'all make y'all decision on which one y'all think is better. So we're actually gonna talk about the Babyliss Pro FX3 trimmers first. So when y'all turn this trimmer on, y'all can hear that it's quiet. However, you can actually feel the power in this trimmer really well, you know what I'm saying? I like that it has these little lights right here, so when you turn your clipper on, you see how much it's charged, you know, when you need a charger or whatever. So I really like that a lot. But when it comes to actually performance-wise, when I first grabbed it and picked it up, I'm not gonna lie, it felt like the Andis Slimline Pros at first, and that's not necessarily a good or a bad thing. I guess it just boils down to preference. But for me, it was kind of iffy in my hand because I wasn't used to using a so thin trimmer, you know. Before I bought these two, I had been using my X Evos a lot, so they're a little bigger. But when I grabbed this one and put it in my hand, I knew it felt a little weird at first. The angle of the blade at first was a little, you know, not necessarily weird, but I just wasn't comfortable with it yet, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't fluent with it yet, so it felt a little weird when I first picked this trimmer up and started to use it. However, when I first started to use it, I already knew that it hit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first put it to the scalp and I first did that first initial line, I was like, okay, this thing hits. Now mind you guys, I've seen a couple videos on this trimmer and I knew that it's a hitter, you know what I'm saying? I knew it was really, really sharp, so I didn't put too much pressure when I was lining people up. I knew that I just need to tap and go, tap and go, tap and go. Now, that may not be a good thing for people who are heavy-handed, like myself. I am heavy-handed when I do my trimmer work sometime or when I do my lineups, but since I knew it was a trimmer that was just set really, really close, I haven't seen or heard of a trimmer that just comes out of the box hitting like that. So to me, it was like, man, that thing's crazy that it's hitting like that. But like I said, it may be a bad thing if you're a heavy-handed barber and you know you're not really too fluent with this trimmer. You can scar some people up, leave them marked up, leave them irritated, so that may be an issue. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started using it, I liked it, but I did irritate a couple clients, you know, in the C-cup area in the back of the neck. So what I did, I had to push this bottom blade back a little bit, and I do like that it has these two screws right here that is real easy to move the blade up and back, so that really wasn't an issue. Like I said, and as far as power goes, for me, it was cutting really good through the bulk of the hair. I didn't have to worry about it getting clogged or any of that. But for whatever reason, I just felt that this steel blade, it wasn't gliding, not on everybody, but on certain people, it just wasn't gliding effortlessly through the hair. Not saying that it was clogging up or getting, you know, or snagging. It just didn't feel like it was gliding that way on certain people. So I don't know really what that was about. But the fact that it hit really well, I really liked. Now let's go ahead and talk about this Andis GTXO real quick also. So from the jump, let's turn this one on so y'all can hear it. So I like this one because it really reminds me of the old corded Andis TI liners. And if you know barbering, if you've been a barber for a good amount of time, you know that the Andis TI liners were the way to go. Like before all this cordless stuff, before all these other companies came out, the Andis TI liners were the trimmers to have to make sure your lineups and your balding out were on point. So the fact that this stayed pretty true to that design, I really liked a lot. You know, I picked it up. Yes, it is a little more thicker than what I was used to, but I liked the way that it felt in my hand. I really liked, you know what I'm saying, the exposed skeleton of the blade, you know, the little skeleton action they got going. I really like that. I do feel that they should have released this before, but nonetheless, it's released now. You know what I'm saying? I like that it hits good. You know, so fresh out the box, this trimmer does hit also, but it just doesn't hit as good. Now, I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's not as sharp as This one is. So this one, it does hit though, because if y'all follow me on Instagram, and if you don't follow me, make sure to follow me right now. It's at tank_b_chopping. So yeah, follow your boy. But like I was saying, I used this trimmer on a couple clients of mine, and I like the way that it worked on my clients. You know, it lined them up well, it balled it out well. However, I will say that when it came to balding out, this happened a few times. I don't know if it was once or twice, or it didn't happen for every client, but a couple, you know, clients that I was balding out, this trimmer seemed to clog up. So I really wasn't too happy with that. If you wanted to, I didn't do it yet, but if you wanted to zero gap this tool, you would have to take off the blade and then unscrew this and push the blade up. So zero gapping this or moving the blade back would be a little more difficult than it would be on this one. And you know, that's something that I'm not saying that is bad, but I just feel they could have done a better job with figuring out how to zero gap this. But nonetheless, guys, when it comes to these two trimmers, both of these trimmers I think they're good to go. If you have either one of these clippers, I think they're both good purchases. I like both of them. I think, me personally, I think it'll come down to preference on which one you think is better, because I do like this trimmer. I like the Andis GTX EXO, but I also like the Babyliss FX3s. So honestly, I'm not saying go out and do it, but if you could get both, I personally would get both. But if you can't, I think it boils down to preference. For instance, if you like the Andis T outliners, if you like the thicker trimmers, then you may want to go with this one. But if you like the smaller, thinner trimmers, the lighter trimmers, maybe like a Styline Pro, if you're a Styline type of barber, then you may like this one a little more. But like I said, guys, this one does hit slightly better. It comes zero gap out of the box. So for me, I had to push this blade back because it was a little too sharp. So that's one thing that it isn't, I guess it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have, you know what I'm saying? So it really ain't that bad. This one isn't zero gap out the box. It does hit well, but it just doesn't hit as sharp as this one. I'm not saying it doesn't hit sharp, because it does hit sharp. It lines up perfect. It balls out really well. So they're both good, but like I said, I just think it's based on personal preference. So like when it comes to head to head, which one do I think is better and which one I would pick? If I could only pick one, I would probably pick the Babyliss, and that's just because I like the way that it lines up. Like I like that one little tap, and it's like super sharp, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my preference. Even though I had to move the blade back a little bit, that wasn't a big deal, especially because they make it so easy to move that blade back and forth. So I think that's why it's not that much of a big deal. If I had to actually like take off the blade and unscrew stuff and move stuff off, or move some of this stuff up and move it back, then it may have been an issue. But since I didn't have to do that, it wasn't an issue for me. And like I said, guys, that doesn't mean that this isn't a good tool, because I do like this trimmer a lot, and you're gonna see me using it a lot because I'm gonna be alternating. Y'all know I got a bunch of stuff. Y'all know I like to use all these different clippers and trimmers and tools just to, you know, they call your boy the clipper guru, so I'm trying to stay true to that and using all these different tools. But like I said, guys, that's just my opinion on these two tools right here. But that's basically it for this video, guys. I know y'all probably like, oh, you didn't even get into the runtime, or you didn't even get into the specifications of which one is which. And the reason why I didn't is because I just wanted to give y'all my opinion on how these two work. I didn't want to get into the specifications about that. And honestly, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I don't even know what some of the specifications are. I go based on how they work on my clients, and I feel that a lot of barbers should do that, because you can read, you know, the back of the trimmer or the clipper, and it can say that it's powerful, but if it just doesn't perform like it should, then, you know, is it really worth buying? So that's why I like to put them to the test first. I bought it out with them, I lined up with them, I did beards with them, I did everything with both of them the same. And for me, that's what I'm saying, that's why I'm giving you my opinion, and it's not necessarily about the specifications, which one's better, but which one I think works better. So anyways, guys, like I was saying, that's basically it for this video. I hope y'all like this video. If y'all do like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy, and I greatly appreciate y'all for watching YouTube. Until next time, let's go.